I'm going to give you some tips on how to save money by telling you some long-term and immediate ways to increase your trade value. There's a lot of information to cover, so make sure you stick around till the end. Hello YouTube Nation. In case we haven't met, my name is Jeremiah, aka GMBullfrog, and I am a certified professional sales consultant, safety advocate, and technology expert with Silverthorne Chevrolet Buick and GMC. Alright, and now don't forget to hit that bell to subscribe to my channel. That way you can get up-to-date notifications on all the new GM products, detailed guides on how to use the new in-vehicle technology, and other information that you could use to help you make an informed decision on your next vehicle. Alright, so if you're watching this video, chances are you're thinking about purchasing your next vehicle. So let's quickly dive into some immediate ways that you could increase your current vehicle's trade value. Alright, so the first tip to adding instant value to your vehicle, and this doesn't matter if it's a 3-year-old vehicle, a 5-year-old vehicle, 10-year-old vehicle, or a 50-year-old vehicle. The first easy and immediate way that you can add value to your trade-in is to clean it. Some appraisers are going to tell you that they can see past the dirt and that dirt doesn't matter. They're going to tell you that the 3-month-old box of chicken nuggets that was left on your dash that is starting to grow mold doesn't matter. Or the family of rats that have taken shelter in your back seat to escape the dead of winter doesn't matter. Well, I'm here to tell you it does matter. Kind of a lot. And these may seem like ridiculous examples that you would never see, but trust me, they have happened. So think about it. Would you pay full price for a t-shirt with a giant spaghetti stain across the front of it? Of course not. So unless you're a hipster trying to make some kind of an obscure fashion statement, get some OxyClean and clean that t-shirt. All right, so let's flip the script a little bit here. For you as a buyer, would you be more interested in purchasing a vehicle that's been clean, looks like it's been well taken care of, the inside smells nice, or do you want one that's been sitting out in the sun, the paint's faded, it's been covered in mud, and it looks like the inside's been home to some trash pandas? So I'm not telling you to go out and spend a whole bunch of money on a full detail for your vehicle before you trade it. All I'm saying is a quick vacuum and a quick run through the car wash could potentially add hundreds to your trade. I mean, just for the simple fact that it looks like it's been well taken care of. Along the same lines, you could take some polish and try to polish off some of the small scratches on the outside of the vehicle. Polish is relatively inexpensive and fairly easy to apply, and it does wonders for the outside look of your vehicle, especially if you have a darker color such as black or dark gray or dark blue, so on and so forth. Also, try your best to remove any strong smells from the interior of the vehicle. Smoke smell and pet smell are two huge turnoffs for buyers. We all think your St. Bernard is adorable, but it smells like shaking out your floor mats and cleaning stains in the carpet is another great way to spruce up your interior. If you have stained floor mats, it may be good to consider replacing them. Don't go out and spend a whole bunch of money on expensive brand floor mats or WeatherTech floor mats. These are fantastic products, but if you're planning on trading, it's really not going to pay off for you in the long run. All right, so now there's a myth out there that says you shouldn't clean your vehicle before going to a dealership because that reveals that you're a serious buyer and that you're ready to trade, and then you lose all negotiation power. I don't really think this is true, and let me tell you why. There is so much information out there that you can get from the comfort of your own home. So if you've made it to the dealership, then you're there for a reason. Me personally, I don't care if you show up in a dirty car or a clean car. I'm going to try to help you out any way that I can. Whether you're ready to trade or not, whatever questions you have, I'm here to help, I'm here to answer. That's not going to affect the negotiations. All right, so that's my rant on cleaning your car. The next thing that you can do to immediately add value to your trade-in is to do cheap maintenance. Now, I say the words cheap maintenance because chances are on a major repair, you'll end up spending more money than a dealer would. Dealers will most likely get all the service and parts at a discounted price, so it would be way more cost efficient for the dealers to take care of the problem than it would be for you to take care of it yourself. So let's say this, for example. Say your trade is worth $10,000. You have a major repair on your vehicle that's going to cost you as the buyer $2,000 to fix it. The dealer, it may cost them $500 to fix it. So if you elect to choose to fix it yourself, you're spending $2,000 on your $10,000 vehicle. So you're really only getting $8,000 back because you elected to spend the $2,000 on the repair yourself. Or you can take it to the dealer, have them appraise it as is. They're going to look at it and say, okay, this is $500 to fix this opposed to $2,000. So now we can show you $9,500 for your trade. So you're really up $1,500 in that scenario. So what then would be considered cheap maintenance? One example would be to get any unresolved recalls that are left on your vehicle fixed. Recalls generally don't cost the driver any money at all. So you can get those fixed for free before you go and trade in your vehicle, and then the dealer can show you more for your trade because that's an expense that they don't have to take on at that point in time, so that you can get more for your trade that way. So some other things that I would consider cheap maintenance would be getting an oil change, topping off any low fluids you may have, changing your battery if your battery's out of date, maybe changing your spark plugs, clean your headlamps if you have foggy headlamps. If your brakes are squealing, potentially change the rotors or change the brake pads would be great examples. You could also change your bald tires. Not that there's anything wrong with being bald. It's a good look. Some people can really pull it off. But your tires, they can't do that. And this is one that I really didn't want to include just because tires are not cheap. And if you choose to replace all 4 of your tires, you are definitely not going to get the return on your investment when you go to trade it in. It's just one that I see extremely frequently that I felt like I should put it on here. Maybe if you have like one tire that has been slowly losing air that you fill up every single time you go to the gas station because you refuse to replace it since it still works, change that tire. And now that we've covered several ways to immediately increase your vehicle's trade value, let's go over some things you can do throughout the lifehood of your vehicle to make sure you're maximizing the trade value when you're ready to trade it in. All right, so the biggest way to add the most punch to your trade value, and I cannot stress this enough, is to try your best to keep your miles as low as possible. And now I know what you're probably thinking. Why would I purchase a vehicle if I'm never going to drive it? Well, I mean, that's a great question. And I'm not saying you have to keep your vehicle locked away in your garage all the time. All I'm saying is if you're planning on taking a long trip, maybe consider taking a different vehicle. Jeez! Whoa, definitely don't do that. I was thinking more along the lines of renting a vehicle. Man, that escalated quickly. So another thing you can do, and this kind of goes along with what we were talking about earlier, is to keep up on the preventative maintenance on your vehicle. This is going to include anything that would be general maintenance, oil changes, tire rotation, stuff like that. And even if you're never planning on ever trading in your vehicle, this is a really good practice just because it keeps your vehicle running better, running smoother. You don't have to worry about as many problems with your vehicle, and it avoids putting you in a situation to where you must get a new vehicle because yours blew up. I had to learn this the hard way. All joking aside, try to keep receipts and records of all the maintenance you get performed on your vehicle, just in case you need to prove that it's been well taken care of. Now is a good time to mention that accidents happen. It's part of being human. So if you're ever involved in an accident, try to handle what you can without getting insurance involved. If you can afford to pay for your vehicle repairs out of your pocket, then do so. Just because this could potentially keep that accident off of the Carfax, and it also keeps your insurance premiums lower. And now I know not everybody can afford these type of expenses out of pocket, and that's why
Allstate, with accident forgiveness, they guarantee your rates won't go up just because of an accident.
holy cow, where did that come from? And speaking of insurance, let's talk about what happens if you still owe money on your vehicle. Seamless transition? Nailed it. If you're planning on trading in a vehicle that you still owe money on, then the difference between the value of your trade and what you still owe on it gets added to the total of your next loan. In order to be able to get the most out of your trade, you want to make sure that you owe the least on it. I mean, that makes sense, right? The only problem with this is that your vehicle will typically depreciate at a much faster rate than what you're paying on your current loan. This results in you being upside down. And all this means is that you owe more on your vehicle than what it's worth. It doesn't mean you're actually upside down, which is good because all the blood is starting to rush to my head. And the only real way you can combat this is if you pay more towards your loan than what's required. And eventually, what you owe on your loan will meet what your vehicle is worth. And that's the point to where you will get equal value for your trade. All right, so the last thing that we want to discuss is vehicle modifications. If you want to modify your vehicle and make it your own, add accessories, whatever you want to do to it, that's fantastic. But just know you're probably not going to get your money back on that. I mean, if you're adding excessive lighting, unnecessary decals, or pointless body kits to your vehicle, it's not going to add any value to your vehicle. And it could actually hurt the value of your vehicle in certain situations. Now, there are modifications that you can do that will add value to your vehicle. These are going to be things that help with the convenience of the vehicle, the safety of the vehicle, or the performance of the vehicle. So you're looking at things such as assist steps, truck bed covers, sport tires, performance brakes. If you want to add an infotainment system to your vehicle, these are all going to increase the value, but they're all going to cost you more to install them than what you're going to get back from your trade. So it's really not worth it if you're just doing it to increase value. As you can see, there are several things that you can do to increase the value of your trade-in. I mean, you can't always control what dealers do or what the market is demanding, but these things mentioned above are things that you can do to affect the trade value of your vehicle to make sure you're getting the most out of your trade. If you're not sure how these things are going to increase trade value with your vehicle, make sure you go ahead and watch my other video on how trade value is determined. I'll go ahead and post a link down below for that. Also, if you want to learn some different techniques that dealers use to make you think you're getting more for your trade, go ahead and look at that video. I will also post that down in the link below. It's 3 videos in this series. Watch all 3 of them and you'll be a master on how to trade in your vehicle. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you found this video entertaining as well as informative. I do the best that I can to find a good balance between ridiculous and business. That way we're not lost in translation anywhere. If there's any content you guys want to discuss in future videos, or if there's anything I can do to increase the quality of my videos, please leave a comment down in the comment section below. I am always open to suggestions. Also, if you liked this video, if it made you laugh, if you had a good time, please hit that subscribe button, and then you have access to all my videos and you won't miss out on any of the craziness going on in the dealership. But thank you so much for watching, and drive safe out there. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you want to see more like it, click on the link over here for more helpful tips, tutorials, and vehicle demonstrations. If you have any questions, or if there's anything you want featured in my next video, go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to get access to all my latest videos on the GM products. Thank you so much for your support, and drive safe out there.